When we're in the service of others, we are no longer in our own head. We're now in the service of another human. And so the quickest way to get out of your own way is to help someone else. I loved this quote that I always repeat. When you're feeling helpless, help someone.
Gabrielle Bernstein, a role model for spiritual seekers.
Welcome back to Dear Gabby, my friends. So I started this episode. I was in a different studio and I did an hour and a half interview. And I left that studio and I peed. And then I came back into this new studio immediately, changed my outfit, and sat down to record this for you. And as I was sitting there, I was like going into it, but not feeling connected, feeling like I was working, not receiving. I was just getting it done. I never, ever want to record these podcast episodes in that energy. I never want to have anything I create come from a place of trying to get it done. I never want to have a feeling of just pushing it out. I want to feel grounded and connected. So I started it, probably sounded fine to everybody in the room, right, Josh? Right? It was like, Wolf, it was good, right? And I was good and I was in my flow. And I looked at them and I said, guys, stop. I need to step out for a moment. I need to reset. I need to reclaim a new mindset and a new energy. And so I walked out of the studio. I went down the hall and back. And in that 1 second shift, I grounded myself. I connected. I did a little breathing. I did a little bit of aligning. And now I'm here and I can give you the best episode ever because I have taken a moment, even just a moment, to get back into alignment. So we have the power inside of us to shift our mindset and our energy as a result in any given moment. Any given moment offers us the chance to shift. There's a story that I love from one of my students. Back in the day, I taught a lot of people how to be spiritual entrepreneurs. And I've continued to through my bestseller masterclass, teaching people how to write their beautiful best-selling books and how to market them out into the world. And one of the tools that I've taught people is to go and just show up, give a workshop, give a talk, share your work in some way. And so one of my students, she planned this whole workshop based on my book, May Cause Miracles. And she was going into a library, a local library. Her name is Stephanie. And she was going into the local library to give this talk. And she had flyers and she sent out emails through the library and she put posters on the wall and she was really excited. She prepared herself. She did all the things that I told her to do. She meditated before her talk. She was super prepared. She showed up and she walks into the room and there's only one person there. And she says to this person, are you here for the talk? And the person's like, well, what's it about? And she's like, it's about creating miracles in your life. And the woman said, sure, I'll stick around. There was only one person in the room and they didn't even know why they were there. Now, Stephanie had two choices in that moment. She could have gone down the road of being super upset, down on herself. She could have been like, oh, no one's here for my talk. I'm just going to go home and leave. But she didn't. She stayed and she gave the talk. She gave the whole workshop as if there was 50 people in the room to one woman who didn't even know why she was there. The end of the workshop comes. It was about an hour. She sat with this woman and the woman looked at her and she said, you have no idea how much I needed this. And so Stephanie came to me and she told me this story and she felt so proud of herself and she felt so good about the fact that she didn't give up in that moment, but instead she chose to shift her mindset and she chose to be of service, even when it was in the service of one, not however many she expected. And in that service, she was able to really get grounded in the work and give it forward and change someone's life. This is really valuable information for you because you have the power in any given moment to pull a Stephanie. You can be in any situation where maybe you thought it was going to be different and you have these negative expectations and you could look for the faults and look for the issues or give up and walk out, or you can choose to shift your mindset. And one of the most powerful ways to shift your mindset is to get grounded with this one sentence. How may I serve? How may I serve? So when I sat down here today to give this entire podcast with you, I sat down and I was feeling in my heart that I wasn't in the energy of service. I was in the energy of sort of, let's get it done. Let's move it along. I have to get out of the city to get my kid at school in the country. I mean, it's a lot going on, sure. but that's not worth it. I got to bring my highest service to you, to whatever it is that I'm doing. And so take it from me, take it from Stephanie. Show up in your life with that energy of service. So the next time that you are kind of conflicted about something or pissed off about something or feeling down on yourself about something or in a situation where you're like, this sucks, just ask yourself, how may I serve? You're at a party, you hate the party, you're not having a good time. How may I serve? Maybe just by saying that, you bump into somebody who is trying to stop drinking and you don't drink. And so you tell them about that. And all of a sudden you're in this place of service. Or maybe you're in a situation at work where you're just pissed off at your job. You don't like being there and you're consistently focused on that. But you just stop for a moment and you offer up some breath and you say, how may I serve? And in that service, you start to just show up for that intern who's in the room and you start teaching and you start educating and you start offering. And then the work starts to become more fun. And in the service of others, you elevate your energy. And so these moments in our life when we feel like we want to shift our mindset and reorganize ourselves, it's so simple to begin with that one simple request. How may I serve? How may I serve? Another really powerful tool for shifting your mindset comes when you get grounded in a meditation practice. So for me at this stage, I can just walk out the door and just begin meditating because I'm walking in a hallway, I'm aligning with my energy and I'm saying a prayer and I'm giving over my energy and just offering it up and grounding myself. So if you're looking to start to develop a meditation practice in your life, I have some free meditations. You can go right now. You can go to the link in the description below and just download my free manifesting meditations. There's 2 free manifesting meditations right there. Begin your manifesting meditation journey. Start right now. Begin that practice. Just take 1 or 2 of those meditations and just practice every single day, every single day, every single day. Go to deargabby.com/manifest and just download those 2 free manifesting meditations and begin that practice 1 step at a time. As you start to develop that inner awareness, your outside world starts to reflect back to you that stillness, that calm, that connection, and that deeper capacity to be in that conversation of mindfulness, of a shift inside of you. So when you shift your mindset, you're not just shifting your mindset, but you're also shifting your energy. And as you shift your energy, everything begins to unfold naturally. Everything in your life begins to expand. That energetic shift offers you a chance to get to know your world differently. So we now have the prayer, the inquiry, how may I serve? And then we have our meditation practice in whatever form that comes. And I hope that you do download that link at the link in my description below and give yourself a chance to ground yourself in that meditation. And then the third step is going to be a wild card. I'm going to toss it to the audience, AKA Josh and Rhea and Wolf. You can get in on this, Wolf, too. And I'm going to let these guys ask me in their own way about their own mindset shifts. Like, what is it? Give me a situation, give me a question. I'm going to throw it to the studio audience, my studio audience of Josh, Rhea, and Wolf, and get you guys to ask any questions. So who's got a question? Let's just take a quick break to talk about how I can help you more with manifesting. If you're enjoying this video and you want to take your manifestations to the absolute next level, click the link in the description below and get my 2 free manifesting meditations. These are my absolute best manifesting meditations. I'm literally giving them to you for free. Click the link in my description. Josh, put you on the spot.
Sometimes the most challenging part for me is how do I stop focusing on the negative as a first step in my mindset shift?
Yes. Some people can't even begin the steps of having a mindset shift because you are in such a perpetual place of the negative story, the negative story, the negative story. So one thing, actually, I have a rubber band on my hand. One thing I wrote about, I think it was in my book, Miracles Now, is snap out of it. Wear a rubber band on your arm and just snap it. Just be like, snap out of it, Josh. I literally had the rubber band on today. And just snap out. Really, you like that one? Snap out of it. If you're in a place where you're just like, oh, God, I've got this incessant thoughts, remember that rubber band and snap yourself out of it. Then say your prayer. How may I serve? Because when we're in the service of others, we are no longer in our own head. We're now in the service of another human. And so the quickest way to get out of your own way is to help someone else. I loved this quote that I always repeat. When you're feeling helpless, help someone. So snap out of it, be of service to somebody else. Say that prayer, how may I serve? And see where you're guided. See what happens. Such a different energy. Such a different energy. All right, Wolf, do you have a question?
How much do you think the way you speak to yourself plays a part on your mental health? Like, how significant is that?
Majorly significant. Majorly. I would say nice things to yourself because you're the only one listening. So if you have a lot of negative self-talk, what's happening typically is that you repeat that thought and you repeat that thought and you repeat that thought. But a thought that's repeated becomes a belief. Really, a belief is just a thought that we keep thinking. So when you have that repetition of that same thought, you start to believe in it. And when you believe in it, it starts to affect your energy. And your energy is what you walk around with, right? Not your cool outfit, not your awesome hair, Wolf, but your energy. And so your energy is what you bring with you into a room. Your energy is what you bring with you into a date or a meeting or whatever it might be. And so if your energy is carrying a belief system that is not serving your soul, not serving your higher purpose, it's going to start to manifest more of what you don't want. Now, don't freak out because you can adjust that energy in the moment. This is where I love to use my practice, the choose again method. So this is a practice that I teach over and over and over, and I love it because it works. Notice that thought that you have on repeat. And then the second step is to forgive yourself for having the thought. Oh, there's that thought again. It's just a thought that I keep thinking. And then the next step is to reach for the next best feeling thought. And so that would look like just reaching for, okay, I can go listen to Dear Gabby right now, or I have the Gabby coaching membership. I'm going to go do a meditation, or I'm going to go for a walk, or I'm going to get myself out of this space and just feel a little bit differently when I walk down the hall, like I did earlier. Just reaching for a better thought, reaching for a better thought. And as you proactively begin to reach for better thoughts, you reprogram your mind from being stuck in the incessant fear-based thoughts and really reorganize it to get back into a place where you feel better and you're a higher vibrational thought. But to fully answer your questions, that's the antidote, right? You can use the choose again method. Notice the thought, forgive the thought, release the thought by reaching for the next best feeling thought. But to answer your question, Wolf, if you are carrying those thoughts over and over, they're becoming beliefs. Those beliefs are affecting your energy, and your energy is sending out a signal to the universe, to the world around you, that this is what you're a yes for. And it might not be something that you really want. So we have to really take our thoughts very seriously. How many times have you been in a situation, studio audience, if you've been in a situation where you've been with somebody and they're saying all the right things, maybe they're wearing the right outfit, maybe they're got the right credentials, whatever, they're smiling, but you feel that they're off. You feel disconnected from them. Does that ever happen to you, Wolf? Yeah. Like you could be like, oh, this person looks like they are cool, but I don't feel that they're cool. You know what I'm talking about?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah. Whereas the opposite, right? Like you're a man of few words, Wolf, but I continuously bring you into this podcast, not because of your words, not because you're great style and awesome hair, because you do have that, but because of your presence, because you consistently offer up an energy that's just soothing and chill and welcoming and open. If that energy wasn't there, there's no way in hell that I would invite you onto my podcast. And also, you wouldn't be sending out a signal that you're willing. So thank you for being so chill. Thank you. So as we wrap up this episode, are there any other questions from the peanut gallery? One more. Oh, Riri has one. All right, Riri, let's go.
Okay, so I feel like when life gets really fast paced, it's hard to stay present. And then I'm not even thinking about my mindset. And it's kind of just like rolling with whatever I'm doing. So, how do I like get grounded in that presence even when life is moving super fast?
When life is moving super fast, how do I ground in my presence? We can go back to the rubber band. You could just snap out of it and take a mindful moment. And so that mindful moment is a deep belly breath. Put your hand on your belly and your hand on your heart. And take a deep breath in. And feel your diaphragm extending as you breathe. And on the exhale, let it go. Take another deep breath in, expanding your diaphragm even more right now. And on the exhale, let it go. And one more deep breath in, breathing into your diaphragm. And on the exhale, let it go. How do you feel now, Ree? Much better, she said, much better. Right on. 3 breaths. 3 breaths. Change your mindset. So, friends, if you want to change your life, begin by changing your mindset. Begin by practicing these methods of just adjusting, shifting, going to the Gabby Coaching membership app, going into your breath, going into snapping yourself out of it. Go get a rubber band, put it on your arm. Give yourself that grace. Give yourself that pause. Trust your mindset is far more powerful than you think. And remember, your vibes speak louder than your words. So your mindset is affecting your energy, and your energy is affecting every area of your life. When I asked Wolf, I'm like, to see people say all the right things, but they give off the wrong vibe? He's like, all the time. So what is the energy you're giving off? Not the words, not the outfit, not the frame, but the content, the energy inside. Really get grounded in this and see how much you can change your life through changing your mindset and your vibration. Yes. See you later. If you like this video and you want to get more Gabby, check out the next one right over here.